For a third day running, Israel was again criticized for its actions in Gaza and the occupied Palestinian territories. Türkiye, which has condemned Israel since its savage assaults on Gaza began in 2023, asked the court to remind the occupier of its obligations.
Turkey respectfully requests the ICJ to issue an advisory opinion that reaffirms Israel's obligations under international law, paves the way for taking measures to prevent further violations of these obligations, and underscores the importance of respecting the presence and activities of the UN, other international organizations, and third states in the OPT.
But the UN has not yet been able to implement any dissuasive measures against Israel. We asked Turkey's Deputy Foreign Minister on what steps Turkey is taking to find a solution outside of the UN.
Through our efforts, now the number of the countries that recognize Palestine reached almost 140. So we will try to increase this number, and we will try to really create a de facto situation to prepare the ground for the Palestinian state. So that would be the best result, because for two-state solution to be practiced, to come into life, there needs to be two states.
But it was also the first time that the court heard voices that were in favor of Israel. The first among them, Israel's longtime ally and strongest backer, the United States. It appeared to defend Israel's blocking of humanitarian aid into Gaza.
Even if an organization offering relief is an impartial humanitarian organization, and even if it is a major actor, occupation law does not require an occupying power to allow and facilitate that specific actor's relief operations. An occupying power may also fulfill its humanitarian obligations toward the civilian population while advancing its own military and security interests.
An obligation that most countries around the world say is not being fulfilled. Hungary was the only other country to speak in support of Israel. On April 3rd, Hungary announced its intention to exit the International Criminal Court. The move was made to circumvent its obligations to take into custody Benjamin Netanyahu after an arrest warrant was issued by the ICC. On Tuesday, Hungary's parliament passed a bill to formally exit the ICC, even as one of its founding members. But a large majority of the members who have spoken so far have urged the court to take strong steps to push Israel to follow its obligations to the UN. These measures could include the UN calling on its member states to implement sanctions and suspending Israel's membership. Of course, what is being morally idealized and the reality on the ground are two very different things. Yunus Demiroglu, TRT World, The Hague, the Netherlands.